showed up there, and unfortunately, you can't have those if you want to put somebody away.
Did you, on that, your last possession, it looked like you were considering going for it when it was that 4th and 1, or did you have any, did you know you were going to for sure punt?
No, we were going to punt there. You're talking about second to last one we were in their territory, or the last one of the game?
The second to last one.
Where we sneaked it.
Right.
Yeah, I've never seen that penalty on a sneak. So usually you sneak, you don't get it, you don't go back 15 yards. So it would have been an interesting decision there because their kicker was kicking really well. Knowing me, I probably would have went for it, because it would have been inches there, and so I would have put it in our players' hands.
And then on the last possession, when it was called that you guys held them by a couple inches, and then they replayed, were you guys trying to get that snap off beforehand?
The head coach was. The quarterback to your right there was celebrating his win or whatever. He wasn't hustling the line, but you ask him next. It is his birthday, though. It'll be nice, his birthday week.
You sort of feel like this game would never end. I mean, there was the measurement thing took a long time. There was a big discussion after the return on the field goal.
Yeah, it did kind of seem like forever. You kept really hoping for a play to end the game. Just a significant play or another first down that would end the game. And unfortunately, we'd have stuff happen throughout the game. And we had a lot of significant plays that either were called back or something happened. Including a big time sack for about 15 yards, I think. And then they had the defensive holding on it.
How would you compare the offensive line from last week to this week?
It's kind of tough without watching the film. I think for the most part we did some good things. We had some matchup issues. That's a great defensive line. I think Starr and I think number 90 are NFL guys. And so, but Matt didn't get hit very much. We did screw up, on the protection on one, and let the corner come where he got hit on it. And one of them coming audible out of in time as the play clock was running down the sack on the field pressure. So I think for the most part they did all right.
What exactly happened to Martin Coleman?
Martin came out and then he came back in, and I don't even know what it was. And they thought he was going to be fine, and he came back out again, and I think that was a different injury.
What about the defense 2 weeks in a row, holding in the fourth quarter when they really had to?
Yeah, I mean that's why the way it ended up, I think, was very valuable for this team. There's so many questions around this team's ability to finish in those situations. Here they go again, and not only do they stop them, then you think the game's over and we can't make a first down, so they have to go out again. And so that mentality of it doesn't matter how many times you have to go out there, you just keep stopping them, was really good to see. And then felt like they stopped them again, and then a remeasurement. So it's good. It's one to build on.
Your defense line was kind of pretty much the start of the game. When you talk about their progress and assess their performance.
Yeah, I thought the defensive line played really well today. I think at halftime they had 17 yards rushing. So we were playing really well, even though we didn't have any sacks at half. We were getting there, and we were very close to him. Their quarterback, give him credit now, he played a lot better this week than he did a week ago. And I think you can see he's hurt. He's playing through an injury. You see by the way he's throwing the ball, he's changed how he's throwing it. He doesn't look like the guy a year ago. But he's tough, and he got rid of the ball. There could have been a lot of sacks in that game, with an inexperienced quarterback.
I had 2 more questions for Coach.
That a lot of coaches would have turned their back on him. Why didn't you?
I just love those stories. Those are the hidden stories in college football. There's so much negativity written about all the schools and scandals and whatever, all those things that you read all off season. And there's stories like this, stories like Mark coming back, battling some issues, that obviously we don't get into for his own reasons, but it's just a cool story when kids make it like that. Just like Curtis McNeil, Curtis was 2 seconds from the street, and now he's on pace to graduate, so it's pretty cool.
How do you angry when it first happened? You pretty angry, right?
Sure, I was. Yeah, I was angry with him because he'd had some chances and he had some, he'd been told a number of times. But the most important thing with Mark was to see him never make an excuse. He knew he was wrong. He felt terrible. At one point he said, he didn't even know if he wanted to play necessarily and come back because he felt so bad for the Trojan family and what he did that night. So it's a great story.
Thank you.